Welcome to RT.com. I'm Chris Sweeney, and today I'm joined by Joe Sarlak, who is a name you may not be familiar with, but he's going through a serious ordeal out in Qatar. I think we'll bring Joe in and he can maybe fill us in and tell us his story. So first of all, how are you, Joe? And thank you for joining us.
Well, all I can say, I'm still alive, sort of. In this day and age, money talks. And they got money. I don't have any more faith in human rights.
Maybe to take people back to the start, you are almost like a hostage in Qatar, maybe you can tell us.
Absolutely.
Maybe you can tell us why you initially went there. What was your reason for going to Qatar, and when did you go there?
Well, it was an international tender to design and build the aircraft hangar for His Highness Sheikh Hamad, the current Amir father. And I started when I was in Australia. We priced the job and we submit our quotation and we were successful. And it was late towards I think June, July 2004. Came to the Qatar to build the hangar. And when we started and we were going to sign a contract, they asked about a sponsor. And I didn't know anything about the sponsors. And somebody just recommended this Sheikh Khalid Fahad Mohammed Saud, and he became our sponsor. And I didn't know any about the rules, regulation. And so we finished off the job and we were going to go back home, but Qatar Airways, which there was on the management of Qatar Airways, this hangar to be built, they decided to give us more work. And I thought this place is quite having a bit of break, and I decided to stay. And that went on, and I didn't know about this. Unbeknown to me, he always was in problem. And a few times we taken a lot of money out of the company to help his problem. In the end, in the 2016, he took a lot of money out of the company, and I was struggling to finish off the last contract we had with the Qatar Airways, design and build a simulator building for training the pilots, which was it's quite a sophisticated building or project it is. And we managed to finish the job as per Qatar Airways consultant, 87%. Qatar Airways, they did take the possession of the building. They were training the pilots. Then he made a case against me as a runaway, which I didn't know. I was in the office. Somebody called me to come have a cup of coffee. We talk about a project, and I went supposed to having a cup of coffee and discuss the project, and I was arrested. And now job is nearly finished, and other project I had in the gas field that was finished. He thought he collects the money from there and retention, and he collects the balance of the money owed by Qatar Airways for the simulators. He collects them, and he got me in the jail, and that's what had happened.
I mean, what was it like in jail? Because we hear about Middle Eastern jails being very, 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 very difficult to live in, bad conditions. What was it like for you day to day in the jail in Qatar? Because you were there for 2.5 years in total in jail.
Well, the biggest things, yes, the biggest things in the prison in here, humiliation. They don't treat you like a human being. And I mean, we got a false sprinkler system. There is no water in the damn things, but the piping is there. Or when they come, they put 4 telephones against the wall. As soon as that happened in 3 years I was there almost, happened once. Somebody came in, assuming, maybe from human rights or whoever they were, I don't know. They put the phone on the wall, and the next day they take them off. Everything is show.
He said you embezzled him of 50 million reals.
That's right. That's right. And I said, Sheikh, all the biggest project I got in here, 46 million. Where is the 50 million? And you even say 1 million. How can I achieve 1 million real without you not knowing, out of the account? He said, well, I'll show you how it's done. But he was accusing the bank manager, 2 banks I was dealing with, that I'm in with them. Oh, he made a lot of things. Anyway, this went to the court, and I attended in front of the judge. I prepared the defense. The people in the prison, inside the jail, they're better than lawyers because they got experience. They know how to prepare the defense, and they helped me a lot. A few people in there, and in the end, judge appointed auditor to go check all the accounts, get the statements from the banks, and also my own reports, which is I had very little, documents, the statements, but I have the memories. I prepared that. I gave it to the auditor, and the auditor spent every bit of, I think, 2.5 months. And his finding was he cannot find any evidence of the complainer whatsoever, and submitted to the court. So I found innocent. And that sponsor, when I called him, why you've done this and how that can be done, and he said, first of all, he said to me, I make sure you're never going to see the sunlight again, and I'll show you how this thing's done. I couldn't believe it. While I was in the prison, he canceled that company, which is I was manager and I was subsidiary, because was subsidiary, he was liable. He went and registered another company, exactly same name, but he made me the only manager. But before, on the other company, he was manager as well, with full authority. Now, first he opens a case against me that I embezzled him. 14 days later, he goes and opens another company and makes me a manager. Isn't that stupid?
And did you know he was making you a manager of the new company? Did you know anything about this?
Yes, I find out because I request to get a copy of the company CR. That's what I found. Then I made.
No, but you didn't know. I'm saying you didn't agree to it. I'm saying you didn't agree to it. It was done without your knowledge.
Yeah, without my knowledge, and that's illegal. If someone going to be his name on company's registration, he has to be physically go to the ministry and sign. And even ministry, they told me now I'm out. That's you can take a legal action against the ministry and against him. But I'm not interested in that. I want to resolve my problem and get the hell out of this place.
But you've ended up in jail for 2.5 years. You've been proven innocent, but
almost
you're still
3 years, yes.
And you're still not, you're now legally, I think for anyone realizing you're actually a hostage, you're not legally allowed to leave Qatar. You are a hostage in Qatar. You cannot leave.
Exactly, that's what I want to say. What if I found innocent? I've done no wrongdoing. Why on earth to keep me here?
So if you were to book a flight, if you were to finish this call, book a flight to Australia, go to the airport with your passport, what would happen, do you think?
Well, I got travel ban. That's on the on a system.
Right.
I can't leave. I can't.
And I mean, also just for people who maybe don't know, we should maybe explain to people, Joe, who don't know that you've actually got 2 grandchildren back in Australia you have never seen because you're not allowed to leave
Never
Qatar.
seen them. No, that is correct. Yes.
And how does that make you feel? I mean, that can't be easy. That must be very difficult to have 2 grandkids you've never seen because you're stuck somewhere and you've been proven innocent.
Well, the other things is my health, which is I don't know tomorrow I'm going to be alive or not because I got high blood pressure. I got, as I said, heart problem. I've got the prostate problem. I've got 1 kidney. I've got so many other what you get in old age. And I can't go even in the hospital for 3 years. I haven't been there to change my medication. I take 10 tablets a day currently now, 11 tablets a day. And nobody can hear me. And there are a lot of people in the jail because once the company become profitable and making money, then they sponsors, they get greedy, as my sponsor did after 14 years I fed him, and he thought he takes over, he can collect the rest of the money he's owing to the company, and he put me in a jail. And today I'm stuck in here, I can't get out. That is the place the people around the world should know. Once they get in here, we are infidel to them as foreigners. Doesn't matter you are a blue eye or, forgive me, black fella from Africa. It's the same. You are foreigners, infidel.
Next year, we're going to have the World Cup in Qatar and the world's attention is going to be there and people see it on TV and we see all the good things about Qatar, but there's another side that you're saying that people don't know about.
Well, absolutely. A lot of people, they're very good at their advertisement, make everything, sort of glossy, looks really pretty. But, mate, you're walking in a razor blade age. I told my embassy, any Australian wants to come and do business here, my advice is, write the check for 5,000 Riyal, let it bounce, and he comes to the jail, he will learn everything about Qatar, about the judiciary and what's going on in here. Once he learns, this is the most cheapest way. He comes to this country, you go see the lawyer or the chartered accountant to explain. Of course, they tell you beautiful pictures about the place, but not so.
Do you think you'll ever get home to Australia? I mean, are you hopeful, or do you think you're going to be stuck in Qatar? I mean, because this seems to be going on and on and on. You seem to have no luck.
Well, mate, I know that is wrong to keep me here. I know, as I say, I found innocent. Why I kept in here?
It's be hard for you to get an apartment. So where do you actually live? Did the government give you a place to stay, or?
No. My friends, we found it's a one single room. It's got just a bathroom and a small sink. It's a maid's room, back of one of the house. And I'm renting that up 1,400 Riyal per month.
Right, but that's unofficially, I guess, because it's a friend. You don't have the ID to get a proper rental apartment.
That's right. Yeah. Even this phone number is not in my name. That's a friend's. They got the SIM card and for me.
So you have nothing. I mean, you really have nothing.
No, not another thing. I can't go even to the private clinic. without the ID. Imagine that. Nothing I can do without the ID.
Okay, Joe. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I know it's not an easy thing to talk about, but thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me.
It's a pleasure, and thank you for being a care to talk to someone like me. Obviously, you're trying to help, and also I hope the world, whatever you do, send them a message to be careful. The whole Middle East, even UAE similarity. Be careful.